reorganizing video today. Now this one's more of a reorganization type of video. If you've been following me for a while, you have seen my pantry organization video. If you've not seen it, I'll put that link in the description below. So it has been, I think I did that this time last year. It was in the summer, I think it was. And the system I absolutely love, but it needs to be cleaned out and just kind of put back together. And I need to add a few more little bins here and there, which I have done on a few things, but it's just in need of some touching up. And I was gonna get in there and kind of straighten it up last week, and I thought, no, I'm not. I'm going to film this. I want you guys to see real life what happens when you do organization that looks perfect. Sometimes it does fall apart and you have to go back in there and you have to reevaluate and just put things back together. So that is what we're going to do today. So before I do any of that, I want to show you what the space looks like right now. So here is a look at my pantry untouched. That's what we're going to call it. And it looks like a mess. As you see, the organizers are in there. But you guys, it just looks like a hot mess. A lot of things need to be put in containers, just picked up. I mean, it's in a horrible state, I will say that. And look, all of these cans down there, we have not been eating half of that stuff down there. So we could go and take that to some kind of food pantry. So I'm going to go through all of that. If you see the detergent and the dryer sheets down there, that is actually for vacation. We stay in a beach house, so we're taking the detergent and dryer sheets. I start buying things early. Okay, these need to go in my flour container back there. These need to be put into a smaller container. I mean, look, this is almost empty. I need to get rid of that. These up here, I've got, see, I didn't even know I had two of these. These can be put in a container. I've actually got a clear container back there that these can go in. And you guys, we would eat them together, so it's not a big deal if they're together. Every bin needs to be cleaned out. Every bin needs to be cleaned out. If you'll see, that little organizer over there has gotten shifted over. These right here, I actually have a little organizer that I am going to put all of these in. I'll show you. This right here, I pulled this out of my organizing stash. So I'm going to keep all of the like sports type of containers for cheer and on the road things in this little bucket, and I am going to put it on the top of my pantry shelf. So basically where those lunch boxes are, I am going to put that little bin. So all of this needs to be cleaned out too, and just make sure it's kind of just straightened up. So what I am going to do right now is I am just going to prop up my camera and go section by section, probably starting with the cans in the floor. I have finished the very bottom, and yes, it is dirty. You see some stuff all over the floor, but I am not going to do any sweeping or vacuuming until the very end. So I have all the cans reorganized now, and if you're curious to know where I got that, I think I got it off Amazon. I'll leave that link in the description below. So everything is done there. Everything that I pulled out, the cans and things, were expired. I will show you all of that at the end of this video. So now what we are going to do is we are going to move to the next shelves. So I'm just going to do all 3 of these shelves together and then share it with you at the end. So far, the middle section is pretty well done now. And you guys, I almost have an entire bag of recycling things. Let me see if I can show you. Move it around here. That is just from this middle section. And this does not include the food in the cans that I got from the bottom. And that does not include the cans that were from the very bottom down here. So I will empty all the contents out of that and place those cans and containers in my recycling bag. Now you notice, let me see if I can zoom in. There are a few organizers that I just put in here, like this one right here. I need to put a little label on the front like I have here. I will do that. This has all of my aluminum foil, plastic bags, all of those type of things, garbage bags. You guys, these are things that I had in random spots in my kitchen and my laundry room and in my pantry. So I just emptied out a Sterilite. These are Sterilite Ultra Deep baskets. If they have those available, I'll put those in the link below. I absolutely love them. I have them all over my house. So now I have all of those things contained within one basket. So now I know where to come if I need Ziploc bags, trash bags, aluminum foil, parchment paper, anything like that is contained in that basket. Now you may notice that I have chips just laying right here, and that is because they are fixing to go in a container over here on the right, the chips bucket. They were in the overflow bin at the very top. I didn't know they were up there. Therefore, they weren't getting eaten. So now they're going to get moved into the chips container. So I think it looks fantastic. It looks so much better. Everything's organized. Everything that could be put into one of those OXO clear containers right there has been placed inside of one. Now the only area that's kind of not contained as well is my little oil section over here. And you guys, it won't all fit on that little round turnabout that I have. Lazy Susan, whatever you call it. I need a bigger one, but I'm not sure who sells bigger ones. So if you know who sells the bigger Lazy Susans, let me know, because I got those from the Container Store and it just doesn't fit everything. I need a bigger one for that corner. So if you know someone that sells one, please let me know in the comments below. So now what we are going to do is we are going to tackle this beast on the right side here. This is probably the most disorganized area in this pantry. So I'm going to try to squeeze over here and show you. So the top looks pretty good. Those little water bottles need to go in the new water bottle section. You guys, we've just got random stuff sitting on the shelf, because if you notice, this is the first area that you hit when you go in the pantry. So we might just walk in here and sit a thing of bread on the counter, on a shelf, because that's the first place we can go to. I think that cotton candy bucket is even empty. So as I'm going through, you notice that I have my Mrs. Meyer's basil multi-surface spray over there. If a container or a basket or a bin needs to be cleaned out, I do have some cleaning supplies in here to do that. So we are going to start bottom to the top like we have on the other side and get that kind of organized out. Now this bottom section, I'm really not going to do anything to it, because all it is pots, pans, and lids right there. We use all of that. So we're just going to start with this right here. And if you're wondering, let me go ahead and address this. If you're wondering what is behind the door and why I'm not going behind the door, that is all of my seasonal decor. I actually have a video on that, and I will leave that linked in the description below if you're wondering how I store all of my seasonal decorations. Now my pantry is completely cleaned out. You guys, this took me roughly a little bit over an hour to do all of this because I went through every single section. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a before and then an after. So let's take a look at my before. And here is the after. So it looks a lot better. Oops, I need to pick up my little dusting rag over there. So everything, I've cleaned out everything. I have pulled any type of old food, expired food out. You guys, we don't have a lot of food that we don't eat because we go grocery shopping with a list and usually get the same things every week. So we usually don't run into things that hey, it's not expired, but we're not going to eat it type thing. So everything in here, if I got rid of it, it was expired. Somehow we just did not manage to eat it within the use date. So everything looks so much better. Let's go to the little right side. Okay, the Fruity Pebbles box is almost empty. That's why I did not put it in a separate container. You see my recipe and cookbooks over there. All of the snacks, and I was going to put the animal crackers in a separate container, and I thought, you know, that is fine. I'll just put it on the shelf up there. It is good to go. So we've got quick meals, meaning like peanut butter, tuna fish. If we have macaroni and cheese, it goes in that bucket. Snacks, chips, and a little thing of popcorn over here. Then the next shelf down, left to right, left is my bucket. So any type of breakfast bars or gluten-free items that I eat goes in that bucket. The second one is a new bucket. I saw that we were needing, if you notice my pantry organization video, that was my husband's bucket, but he has not been using it. So we're going to use that as the bread bucket because my kids have been eating more sandwiches and we've been buying more bread. So I'm going to need to put a label on that. Then we have breakfast items over here, any type of granola bars, oatmeal. If you saw, I have almonds and craisins in there, and that is because that goes in the oatmeal when I eat it. Then we've got over here a big thing of oatmeal, gluten-free pancake mix, and then our cereals over here on the right side. Then the bottom shelf, same as I said before, it's just lids and then all of our cookware down here, and this is our waffle maker on the side. If you're curious, when I went over the bottom, I did not mention this. These two white tubs are from Walmart. They are paint buckets, but they are food. They are okay for food. That is Bella and Armani's food dishes. And then down here, this little organizer down here is full of stuff for the pets. Nail trimmers. If you see the bread, that is for Armani's peel. He has to have liver enzyme medicine every single morning. So we just put a little piece of bread around the peel, and that's why that's down there. And then the last thing I did was brought the vacuum in here to clean and get all the nasty cereal and paper and all that off the floor. But you guys, I think it looks so much better. It took an hour, still the same system that I had before, but I just had to come in here and just tidy everything up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how much recycling I have after going through this entire pantry. After going through the entire pantry, I have a bag and a half of recycling items. So what will happen is these bags, I have to leave them opened or else the our trash people will not pick them up. So these will go in that blue recycling bin, maybe not this week, but the next week because it's already filled. So everything in here is cans and boxes and plastic and anything that can be recycled. So just in that 1 hour, I was able to pull a bag and a half of recycling items out of my pantry. And that is all for my pantry refresh. I hope you have enjoyed seeing me get in my pantry and completely clean it out and tidy it back up. Now, this is the same organization that I shared a year ago when I completely reorganized my pantry. I just went in, pulled out expired food, did a little bit of cleaning, and got it all tidied up again. So I hope you give this video a thumbs up. And I hope you hit that little red subscribe button below and become a member of this YouTube family. I hope y'all have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.